Oh, well, nothing ever goes smoothly when you're doing work on a car. And in the course of changing the rear brake pads the other day, I discovered that the rubber gaiter, this piece of rubber here that goes around the piston and forms a seal, it's got a very small split in it. So, and if you don't put that right, water and dirt will get inside the piston, and eventually the whole caliper will seize up. And in fact, this caliper was already showing signs of getting really tight when I try to push back the piston. So today I'm going to change the rubber seal, and this is a new one ready to go. Let's have a look and see what's wrong. So here's the piston, and there's a little split just there, and this rubber gaiter forms a seal around the piston and protects it from water ingress and dirt. And in order to get that out, you've got to unwind this piston all the way out. So I'm going to use my my special tool to do that. I'm finding a slightly easier way of doing this is to put a socket on the end of the extracting tool and wind it that way, trying to keep it as steady as I can. Here she comes, and there we are. Pull that out, and hopefully now this will just, here's the seal. Come on, out you come. There we are. And we got some fluid loss, only a little bit. But there we are. There's the piston out. Now we just got to take this one off, like that. So pulling this down as far as I can get it down, we're going to try and pop the rubber into the back to start with. And then that's going in, pop it into the front. Go on, down you go. Not quite there, nearly there, but not quite. There we are, that's in. Now, the next step is to wind this thing back in. Right. Now I should be able to get my plate in there now. Like that. And that will hold the thing better centered, less danger of damaging the seal later. Tensioning up. And you can see the seal is now just popped into the rim of the piston quite nicely. So I've just now got to send the piston all the way to the back, and then we'll be good to reassemble. There we are, That's all the way home, so I'm just going to bring it back just a little bit. Just tightening up. The caliper again. So we're now going to have to bleed the brakes, get that air out from that piston. Here is the reservoir for the brake fluid. It's very important that you mustn't let this thing empty out as you're bleeding the brakes. You're also going to need some DOT4 brake fluid to top this reservoir up. Let's go to the back of the car. So the bleed nipple is just here, and it's covered with a little rubber bung. Pull that off. You then appear to need a 11mm spanner over the top of that nut, and then you want to get yourself some clear tubing like this and push that on over the top of the nipple like so. Now this tubing, you'll be able to see the bubbles of air coming out, and what you're looking for eventually is just clear fluid coming through here, and then you know that all the air is gone. Right, press down, and up, press down, and up, press down, and up. Right, hold fire there, and top the fluid up. Back up to maximum. Okay. And down. And up. And down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up. And hopefully you can now see that this pipe is absolutely clear. There is no air bubbles in there. In fact, there's just pure fluid in there now. And that's it. The brake line is bled. Pull off the pipe. Put the little bit black bungee back on. If I can find it. There it is. And all that's left to do now is just to put the wheel back on. So the final thing is just to top up the brake fluid again to the maximum level.